Okay, so I've I've looped the acoustic track. I have the piezo mic to the left and have the Beyerdynamic to the right, and it actually sounds pretty good like it is. And I think if I do a strummed part, as I said before, I think it's going to muddy things up too much. There'll be too much low end represented. The acoustic that I played arpeggiated sounds more articulate. You can hear it, and that's what I'm really looking for, is just that the initial note attack. Because when I play it back in the context of this whole mix, it holds its own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it back for you. I'm going to play it back with the crunchy rhythm guitar underneath the acoustic track, underneath the harmony parts. And then I'm going to go back and just A-B it and get you inside my head a little bit as far as what I'm thinking for when this is finally mixed down. I'm toying with the idea of removing the distorted guitars during that section when this harmony kicks in and once the vocals start, because there's an emotional element of that song that I think that would support really well. So this is with crunch, and then I'll go back and play it without crunch. This is where a vocal is going to begin. And the vocal carries on all the way to here and into the last chorus. Well, you get the idea there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the rhythm guitar part that begins just at where that section starts. So at the end of the guitar solo, the last note is the only part of the guitar solo you're going to hear. Then you're going to hear this little harmony section, which is these two tracks right here, and then this is the acoustic tracks right here. See, the acoustic is a little bit more audible and listenable here because the distorted guitar is not occupying that space. And then that's where the vocal begins, and now you can see where they bring the mood down a lot more and support that vocal. And I'm going to bring the distorted guitars right back in because this is where the powerful chorus starts ending out. So you can see where you wrestle with dynamics and you want to make sure that you're using them appropriately to best support the song. Another idea I've toyed with, and may do it later on. At this point I'm just tracking some basic ideas, and then I'll start sculpting unnecessary pieces off. But the other idea I had was this little part where it does the articulated part, and then only bring the crunch part in for the so I'll play with that. When we get to final editing, that may be something that we'll present with the mixing engineer. because I'm not going to be the one final mixing this. I don't mix my own material. I need fresh objective ears on that, and it's always best to get outside input and influence on those things. So that's it for this one for now. Next time we see this song is probably when Drew Hooks is going to add his drum parts, and when Chris Crow is going to add his bass parts. What you're hearing now is just drum loops and MIDI bass stuff that I've entered on the synthesizer as a MIDI file, and then triggered a bass sample, just to get the idea down across for them what I'm looking for. And they'll take it from there and put their magic to it and make it sound 10 times better than what I've done here rhythmically. So thanks for taking an interest. That's another little tidbit of what I do. Have a blessed day. Tony Flying Squirrel from WOR Party, out.